So we've got the SL7 here, genuine S-Works SL7 from imported by Specialized Australia here. And this bike, this SL7, is absolutely a bucket of shit. I've been trying to sell it, no one wants it. Actually, for a grand, someone offered me $1,000 for it. But if you squeeze the down tube here, you can see that on the camera. This just bulges out, you know. Different angle. Look at that, just the deformation there. That just feels so soft. Like, I really feel. I mean, I'm on steroids, so my testosterone level is like 4 times the average guy. But it definitely feels like soft, like noticeably soft. It's like there's a massive void. If I sent this to Lucia Technic, it's probably the biggest void he's ever seen. It just feels so soft through that, you know, it just bulges out. Can you see that? Look at that. You know, just bulging. Now compare it to another Chinese frame, and it doesn't bulge a bit. Obviously it's a little bit heavier, better quality engineering. Trifox don't have a recall, do they? Because they're using a fork system that doesn't cause failures, unlike Specialized. Alright? Can cause a failure, make you break cables, hydro leak. Absolute rubbish design, SL7 tarmac. I've ridden every single tarmac since 2003. Hands down, this is the absolute worst. It's super mushy and soft feeling, which is great for gravel riding. But if you're a racer, if you're a sprinter, in my opinion, there's no way on earth the pro riders ride this junk. They, in my opinion, just like in previous years, Tom Boone, etc., they get special layups, special geometry, special stuff. There's no way a pro rider's going to ride this. This is absolute garbage. Every friend I've said, hey, ride this bike, tell me what you think, honestly. They're like, it's so mushy, man. It's so flexy. It's got Ravar wheels, Dura-Ace crank, super stiff, you know. A stiffer stem system. It just feels so mushy, like there's this blah, and it's just this, you know, it's this soft down tube. Look at that bulging there. You see that just compressing there. You can't, and people ask, engineered compliance. It's definitely compliant, but it ain't stiff. No way, man. Just flex city. If you're going to get a new bike, you want something sort of aero style, get a Trifox X8. Just going to be a lot stiffer for you, and budget-wise, no comparison. And you won't have any proprietary fork issues. This is a standard Trifox, and actually the bearing quality, this is from the Trifox. This feels better, much better than the bearings that come stock in the SL7. You'd think for such an expensive bike that at least put some legitimate bearings in there that feel good. These actually feel quality. Yeah, they feel good. The Specialized ones just feel cheap and nasty. Absolutely cheap and nasty. So Specialized, you know, they released a product that wasn't even tested properly. They had to do a recall, and now they're not even sure this replacement actually works. So they're giving you an extra long plug that goes down here. Extra long plug that goes down here. We're taking these spaces out here. Obviously they'll be going in there. This stem's loose. I've just been doing another few videos about that. But the recall system, they're like, well, we're not sure it works, so what we'll do is we'll give it an extra long plug, which is not a bad idea. But if your steerer does fail, it just means your bars don't pop off the bike, but they can still go left or right. So you can have a circus bike. So does that mean if you're riding SL7, you're a clown? You know, I mean, another thing as well. We're going to go in here. All right, so this is the replacement. Trying not to get too shaky here, getting a bit excited as we're doing these videos. But you can sort of see that, it's a bit hard to see the camera, but this little metal shim here, like this plastic cap here, has little wings on it and it pushes it all down. But still, this shim, this split ring in there, it doesn't fit flush all the way around. Be able to see in this darkness. It's a few mil out here and there. So it's just, you know, it's really, I think it's an unsafe bike to ride. And these cables here, look at that. This is all built up by the local Adelaide Specialized dealer here in Adelaide. So I didn't build this bike, someone else built it. I probably should have built it, but you know. But yeah, it's just cutting into the cables. You can sort of see that just chunk. We'll zoom in on that. So you can see that I'm not sure if the oil's leaking out or what, but once it gets to a certain cutting in there, the oil will leak out, air bubble goes in, and you get a brake fail. Which again, for someone with my skill set, doesn't matter too much. But if you're a noob and you get a brake fail and you're trying to keep up with your downhill buddies, because you're new to cycling, you're taking too many risks, then that could be really catastrophic. You could be enjoying some hospital food there. So you can sort of see that it's like the headset wasn't machined out properly, and it just doesn't sit flush, you know, which is okay if you're buying a $100 bike, but for the most expensive tarmac that Specialized has ever done, I think it's pretty average. But yeah, anyway, that's S-Works. It rides shit. It's just, I mean, it's super flexy. Can you see that bulging? You know, like you can just look at that. It's got a heartbeat. That's my left hand as well. I feel, honestly, two hands I could maybe crack that. And that is, that's why it's so flexy. It just feels like there's a rear end and a front end, and in the middle it's just like blah. Anyway, that's the video. Still unsafe to ride. I don't recommend them. Buy something else. Absolute junk. Get a rim brake tarmac. Alright, I love my rim brake tarmac. Still ride it. Fantastic. Or yeah, better yet, get a Windspace SLC, actual race bike, and don't have to worry about any proprietary bullshit that's going to fail on you. Specialized S-Works SL7. Make sure your dental insurance covers bike accident. Make sure your life insurance covers failing fork, because it could happen to you. You know, it's unlikely to happen, but if it does happen, it's pretty catastrophic, isn't it?